get the best out of Jared Allen and Evan Mobley defensively? Can you bring that dog out of them defensively? Because it's going to be needed.
To your point, though, Tim, you said you disagree with him.
Well, listen, here's the deal. The Knicks are always under the most pressure, okay? Just because of the circumstances that they exist in, especially the conference finals wasn't enough. They broke through, got to the conference finals. That just got their coach fired. So conference finals isn't enough. The expectations are finals or bust. That's very clear. And Karl Anthony Towns is not the face of the franchise, but he is the guy who is under the most pressure. There's been a disconnect between him and his new coach, Mike Brown, all season long. Too often, he is not involved at all in the offense. And if they don't break through, what's next for Cat? It might be a relocation.
Well, let me say this. I don't disagree with you for as Cat, and it might be being a relocation. But when you talk about pressure for the Knicks, I feel like the pressure leans more towards Mike Brown. Because the one thing that the Knicks have struggled with this entire season, they've been up and down, that identity crisis. Right. We knew who they were under Tom Thibodeau. We knew that every single night they were going to lock in defensively and they was going to play their best, their hardest brand of basketball. The thing with Mike Brown is that him and Cat relationship has been up and down. It's been a roller coaster all season long. I don't want to see Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby and Josh Hart initiating offense. The 1-2 punch is Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. When you get Karl Anthony Towns involved early, you're going to get the best version of him. He's the emotional guy, and like I always say, some people just want to feel love. He's one of those guys that just want to feel love.
Even the big dudes need love too,
yeah,
Kirk. I
absolutely.
feel you. All right, the former East champs got some good news. And directly from the source yesterday, in case you missed it, Tyrese Halliburton posted about playing 5-on-5 today for the first time since June. That's 291 days ago, Kirk.
I mean, look, shout out to Tyrese. The good thing about it is that he don't have to worry about the postseason.
Facts. All right, still to come. They've got 8 titles between the two of them, but will either win another one? It's all been said and done. We're going to get into the drive for 5 for Steph and LeBron. Plus, we can't look at the past without looking into the future. What exactly makes Darius in the West and home court throughout the playoffs? It's their 3rd straight postseason at the top of the Western Conference. Tim, do people appreciate this dominance for the 3-year run?
Yeah, listen, let's talk about the last 2 years. Only the Jordan Bulls and the prime Steph Warriors have more wins over a 2-year span than Oklahoma City Thunder. Clinched the top overall seed again. 19-1 in the last 20 games, rolling. Going to the playoffs.
In Orlando, the Timberwolves lost to the Magic. That locks them into the 6th seed. Ant, Randall, and Gobert all set out. Perk, what's your outlook for Minnesota in the post?
The New York Knicks have a problem. And it is not a small problem. It is not a maybe we will figure it out in the playoffs problem. It is a Kendrick Perkins just said LeBron James should leave the Lakers and join the Knicks problem. And before you laugh, before you say that is crazy, listen to what he said. He was asked about LeBron's future with the Lakers. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves are out. The Lakers are fighting for seeding. And Perkins did not hold back. He said LeBron should not be with the Lakers. He said it is time for them to part ways. And then he dropped the bomb. He said if he is LeBron, he would really consider playing his last year with the New York Knicks. Think about that. LeBron James. Madison Square Garden. The mecca of basketball. One last run. Perkins said, could you imagine what that would do for the game of basketball, for the NBA? When you talk about the economic side of things, how much money that is going to bring to the table. LeBron finishing out his career in the mecca, in Madison Square Garden. And on top of that, the Knicks still have a roster where you add a LeBron James. You might have to give up some pieces, but you are going out still having a legit shot at making a championship run. So if I am LeBron, I am weighing all my options. I am calling Worldwide Wes and Leon Rose and seeing what is happening. Jalen Brunson, I know you have to lock in on the postseason, but if you are watching this, think about this for a minute. Get a CHA. NC to still play with LeBron James. I know he is on his way out, but he still has a lot left in the tank. He still could go out there and give you 25 and 5. Now let me add some context because this is not as crazy as it sounds. The Lakers are a mess. They went 15 and 2 in March. LeBron was thriving as the 3rd option behind Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. But now Luka is hurt. Reeves is hurt. The Lakers are fighting just to stay out of the play-in tournament. And Tim McMahon said the Lakers need a lot of that salary that LeBron is making to put in other places to build out that supporting cast. It is not good enough right now. So what is LeBron playing for in Los Angeles? His son is on the roster. That is nice. He has business interests there. That is fine. But at 40 years old, is he really trying to drag a broken Lakers team to the second round? Or does he want one more chance at a real championship? The Knicks have Jalen Brunson, a top 10 player. They have Karl-Anthony Towns, who can score with anyone. They have Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart. They have a roster that is one superstar away from being the favorite in the East. And Perkins is right. LeBron does not have to be the number one option anymore. He can be the facilitator. He can be the closer. He can be the veteran leader who gets everyone on the same page. And playing in New York? The marketing opportunities alone would be insane. Perkins said, can you imagine how much money LeBron James would make in New York City? Endorsements, media deals, the spotlight. Madison Square Garden every night. The biggest stage in basketball. That is not a step down. That is a step up. And here is the other thing. The Knicks have pressure on them. Perk said earlier in the show that the Knicks are always under the most pressure just because of the circumstances that they exist in. Conference finals was not enough. They broke through, got to the conference finals. That just got their coach fired. Conference finals is not enough. Their expectations are finals or bust. That is very clear. And Karl-Anthony Towns is the guy under the most pressure. There has been a disconnect between him and his new coach Mike Brown all season long. Too often he is not involved at all in the offense. And if they do not break through, what is next for KAT? It might be a relocation. So if the Knicks fall short again, if they lose to the Celtics or the Cavs in the second round, the questions will start. Can Brunson carry a team to the finals? Is KAT a number 2 on a championship team? Does Mike Brown have the answers? Adding LeBron James would answer all of those questions overnight. LeBron would be the leader. LeBron would be the closer. LeBron would take all the pressure off everyone else. And the Knicks would instantly become the favorites in the East. Not just contenders. Favorites. Because LeBron James, even at 40, even in his 22nd season, is still LeBron James. He still controls the game like nobody else. He still makes everyone around him better. And he still wants to win. He does not want to be in a rebuild. He does not want to be on a team that is fighting for the play-in. He wants to compete for championships. And the Knicks can give him that. So here is my question for you. Should LeBron James leave the Lakers and join the Knicks for one last run? Or does he finish his career in Los Angeles no matter what? Drop your take in the comments. Do you agree with Kendrick Perkins? Or do you think he is crazy? And if you want more honest breakdowns of what is really happening in the NBA, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.